Blaseball, a worldwide internet phenomenon. 20 teams play each other over the course of 1 week. Firefighters, crabs, lovers, jazz hands, millennials, flowers, tacos, sunbeams, spies, Dale, moist talkers, steaks, tigers, breath mints, garages, magic, shoe thieves, Fridays, wings, and pies. They play Blaseball. It's like that other sport, but faster and weirder, and a whole lot more birds. It's not a sport, it's a splort, and you get to decide how it's played. I'm not going to tell you how Blaseball works. Plenty of other videos have done that already. Go watch one of those. Instead, I'm going to tell you how it all began. A website appears suddenly on the internet, Blaseball.com. Official sources celebrate the return of Blaseball. See, Blaseball has always existed. This is just the first time we get to watch. 20 teams are playing each other, split into 2 leagues, good and evil, which are each split into a chaotic and lawful subdivision. They play ball. 8 teams make it to the playoffs, fighting tooth and nail until there are only 2 left. The Philly Pies and the Chicago Firefighters. The Pies win the first International Baseball League series, and now we have some decisions to make. Each audience member can spend their hard-earned votes to earn a chance for their team to get a leg up next season. Stakes player Jessica Telephone's hitting stat gets maxed out, just before the Philly Pies steal her. The same thing happens to the Breath Mints player Polka Dot Patterson, who becomes the best pitcher in the league and is promptly stolen by the Crabs. The other teams win some less exciting stat boosts along with 2 mystery blessings that weren't voted on. But we're not done yet. There's still one big choice to make. We must choose 1 out of 3 decrees. Our choice will forever change the rules of the game, the effects rippling across the future of Blaseball. Our choices are redistribute the wealth, relegation, and we were warned, but we had to, right? We had to know what was inside. This is what happened next. Darkness descends on the field. The entire next season will be played under a solar eclipse. The umpire's eyes begin to glow white. One of them goes rogue and incinerates the Garage's star player, Jalen Hotdog Fingers. An ancient evil awakens as the Hellmouth swallows the Moab desert, forever changing the Moab sunbeams into the Hellmouth sunbeams. The discipline era has begun. The Forbidden Book turns out to contain very little in the way of knowledge. Most of its contents are hidden from us, but we do have some clues to the finer rules of Blaseball. Under the eclipse, the umpires have gone rogue, and can now incinerate any player whenever they feel like it, destroying them forever, and replacing them with a newly generated player. After Jalen's death, 16 more players are incinerated this season, but 8 teams still make it to the playoffs. The Shoe Thieves and the Pies make it to the finals, and the Pies win their second Internet Blaseball series. According to the Forbidden Book, if they win 1 more, they will ascend. What does that mean? We don't know. Voting time. Jessica Telephone is once again stolen, this time by the Hades Tigers. Polka Dot Patterson is stolen by the Moist Talkers. 3 other players get their stats maxed out, and everyone else gets miscellaneous improvements. This time around, we have 4 decrees to choose from. Relegation, Popular Evolution, the Force Strike, and Enhanced Shame. Force Strike wins out, giving the 4 worst teams a huge leg up for next season. And now we move on to Season 3. Wait. Go back. I think I forgot something. Oh. Oh no. 2 decrees were passed this season. Peanuts are falling from the sky, attracting flocks of birds. The Eclipse event now appears alongside 2 new weather events. We can now buy peanuts at the shop. We don't know what they do, but we can eat them. We can also buy negative peanuts, and look, there's a fun counter at the top of the screen, showing us how many peanuts we've all eaten. If only we'd stopped there. On day 2 of this season, trouble was already brewing. Someone had found a way to get infinite peanuts. As a result, the website becomes dangerously unstable. The officials stop all games until the cheaters come forward. They never do. Blaseball is inevitable, so we resume play shortly. But the peanut debacle was not over. People keep giving themselves more and more illegal peanuts. The next day, everything stops again. A giant peanut admonishes us for our misdeeds. It also comes with a message. A large string of letters showing us the initials of every player that has ever been incinerated. After the peanut is satisfied, play resumes as normal. The price for peanuts raises drastically, nearly destroying the peanut economy. Then, on day 73, the peanut returns. It stays a while to taunt us, and when it leaves, the shoe thieves and tacos appear to have played one more game than the rest of the league. This event was later known as the Grand Unslam. Eventually, the season came to a close. 28 players were incinerated, and 37 players ate some of the falling peanuts. The Millennials and the Tigers fight for the Internet Series, and the Tigers win out. Players switch hands with the blessings. The tacos officially become anti-capitalist. 2 decrees out of 5 were to be chosen. Interviews and Eat the Rich win, giving us more info on our players and redistributing the wealth at the end of each season. And then came the event known as the WYATT Masoning. The extra game played by the Tacos seemed to have a ripple effect on their home city, tearing up space-time in the process. Los Angeles is now intersected with infinite resplendent cities, and their team becomes known as the Unlimited Tacos. At the same time, the entire team roster of the Tacos takes on the name of their worst hitter, WYATT Mason. Within a few hours, the umpire makes an official statement, effectively admitting to attempted murder. What's more unsettling is that WYATT was stronger than them. The officials attempted to repair the Tacos with our help, but the damage could never be completely reversed. The last player to be affected by the unmasoning was WYATT Mason himself. Something went wrong here, and WYATT's name was changed to NAN, or Not a Number. The commissioner, who was doing a great job so far, halted the unmasoning process, leaving one harrowing message. After a 2-week siesta, Blaseball is back. Now with another weather condition brought upon by the masoning. Feedback. During a feedback game, there's a chance of players swapping teams. Play continues without peanut interruption. 2 players eat peanuts, 7 players are incinerated, and 11 swaps occur. On the last day of the season, the Flowers and Tacos play a record-breaking 24-inning game. The game lasts 65 minutes, which is longer than the allowed time period for regular Blaseball games. Finally, the Hades Tigers beat the New York Millennials for their second Internet Series win, bringing them dangerously close to an ascension. Now it's time to vote. Blessings occur as normal, and we have 5 decrees to choose from. The 2 most popular will come into effect. Targeted Shame gets the most votes. Whenever a team breaks a tie at the bottom of the 9th, the losing team is shamed, meaning they have to play the rest of the inning even though they already lost. Targeted Shame is applied to the top 4 teams of the season, giving them a penalty every time they become shamed from here on out. The second decree, is alternate reality, which replaces 2 of each team's players with an alternate version of themselves. At the end of the season, the Peanut returns once again. This starts to become a running theme for the rest of Blaseball, with the Peanut returning at the end of each election period. Season 5 comes with a new weather effect, Reverb, which can randomly shuffle player positions. This season was relatively normal, except for the Tacos' spectacularly terrible run. They managed to become mathematically unable to participate in the playoffs by day 78. When a team is eliminated like this, they enter the team is in a constant state of party until the end of the season. While the Tacos may have lost the season, their speed at which they achieved party time made them winners in the hearts of many. The Chicago Firefighters play the Breckenridge Jazz Hands in the finals. After a 5-game series, the Firefighters win. It's voting time. Blessings occur normally, players get stolen, and teams get better. This time, only one decree can be passed. Let's look at our options. Well, I guess we just have to pick one. We end up choosing High Filter, with a wavy sort of pattern on it. I wonder what this does. Blood fills the tub. 4 are dipped in. Fight for the surface. A ladder of bodies. Porcelain cracks. The league is dipped in a tub of blood. It emerges anew, with new sub-league and division names. The Wild Wings are now the Mild Wings. Each team gains a new ability that'll activate during the Bloodbath, which was scheduled for some point in this season. Unfortunately, the Bloodbath was postponed. We still have no idea what it is. A new weather effect, Blood Drain, appears, which gives players a chance to steal stars from their opponents. After the start of Season 6, we were given the option of idolizing our favorite players. If they do well, we can earn more coins, which can be spent on votes and upgrades. A new leaderboard appears, showing us the most idolized players. There's also a dotted red line under 3rd place. By the end of the season, there were 4 incinerations, 3 peanut eaters, 11 feedback swaps, 3 reverb effects, 15 siphons, and infinite peanuts. Infinite peanuts. Infinite... Wait. The shelled one returns. The top 2 idols on the board become encased in giant peanut shells. Peanut Bong is spared. This event is known as the 3rd strike. After this, all of us decided to idolize all 3 players named Peanut as a way to appease the shelled one. We managed to get them to the top of the leaderboard, and the red line disappears. Jessica Telephone and Nagomi McDaniel are still shelled. The Baltimore Crabs win the Internet Series. It's time to vote. Enhanced party time is the winning decree, giving an edge to players who tank early in the season. Blessings are doled out to the worthy. But wait. Early on in the season, we found a way to idolize players who'd been incinerated. Through a collective effort, we managed to get someone to spot 14 of the idol leaderboard. The Seattle Garages end up winning the lottery pick Blessing, which allows them to steal the 14th most idolized player. She's back. Jalen returns from the dead, but at a cost. Her profile says that she has a debt to pay. Her first day pitching, something strange happens. Dickerson Morse is hit by her pitch. This is the first time a player is hit by a pitch in Blaseball, and as far as we know, Jalen Hot Dog Fingers is the only one who can do it. Every time someone is hit, they gain a new modification, Unstable. The next few games she shows no sign of stopping, and then on day 30, Moody Cookbook is incinerated. Cookbook was previously hit by Jalen's pitch, and was unstable when they were incinerated. Instead of the normal incineration message, we see this. A debt was collected. Rogue umpire incinerated Tigers hitter Moody Cookbook, replaced by Carmelo Plums. The instability spreads to the moist talkers Elijah Bates. 14 players were incinerated that season. 12 of those were caused by Jalen's pitching arm, each contributing to paying off her debt. There were also 6 peanuts eaten, 2 feedback swaps, and 29 blood drains. And near the end of the season, Jessica Telephone was pecked out of her shell during bird weather. And then the unlimited tacos do something weird. The idle board now has 10 slots above the red line, meaning that 10 players will potentially get shelled at the end of the season. As a result, the tacos launch the Snackrifice campaign, where they rally the support of the rest of the fan base to bring every single one of their pitchers above the red line. They protect Jessica Telephone, and even manage to get the 3 peanuts in the top 10. Once again, the shelled one appears at the end of game 99. All it has to say is, and then this happens. The Mild Wings win the Internet Series. The 3 choices for decrees all have something to do with the top 4 teams of the regular season. We decide to choose Bless Off. After the votes have been tallied, the squid appears once again. A few interesting things happen at the beginning of the season. For one, Jalen Hot Dog Fingers stops giving people the unstable modification when she hits them with her pitches. Instead, they begin to flicker, which gives them an increased chance of switching teams during a feedback game. Second, the unlimited tacos had previously shelled all of their pitchers. When their first game begins, we see a pitching machine being rolled onto the mound. Finally, the giant squid that appeared to us last season, who we now call the Monitor, has opened the way to the Hall of Flame for us. where we can see all of the players who have previously been incinerated. There, we can donate peanuts to bump up our favorite dead player on the leaderboard. We still have no idea what this thing does, or what's going to happen when the monitor has eaten enough of our peanuts. Also, the idle leaderboard has a new addition: 3 feedback microphone symbols. The only way to find out what they do is to put someone on them. At the end of the season, the Hades Tigers and the Philly Pies are in the semifinals. Both of these teams have already won 2 internet series, meaning if they win this one, they will ascend. The Hades Tigers, after a long-fought series, move on to the finals against the Baltimore Crabs. The Crabs nearly sweep the Tigers, earning themselves a second internet series win. We are about to go into Season 9 with 3 teams up for ascension. And when voting time rolls around, the wildcard decree wins, giving one more team a shot at the playoffs. A couple interesting things happen with the blessings this season as well. For one, the Baltimore Crabs, who have one of the largest fan bases, win no blessings despite having a very large percentage of the vote. For another, the Mild Wings switch leagues, finally bringing them to the Wild division and earning them the title Wild Wings. After everything comes to a close, we're unable to meaningfully change the leaderboard in our favor, jeopardizing some of the most popular players in the league. On top of that, we've been piling peanuts onto the Hall of Flame instead of eating them. All we can do is sit and wait for the peanuts' judgment. After that happens, we see that the 3 players that have appeared on the idle leaderboard next to the feedback symbol have all begun to flicker, including Jalen Hotdog Fingers. The 2 other players besides Hotdog Fingers also gained the receiver modification. Immediately after receiving this modification, their pre-game rituals change in quick succession, spelling out a message. And that's it for Blaseball so far. I hope you all enjoyed the video. There's a lot I haven't covered, and there's a lot I'd like to talk about in the future. Until then, I guess I'll see you at Season 9. Go Pies!
This next run's for Hotdog Fingers, a victim of eldritch circumstance. If she